All right, so the benefits of social. And not just social media, but the benefits of being social in general. Right? Humans by nature, we're social animals. We like to interact, we like to talk, we like to, be around friends and all that kind of stuff. And this is just a way of being around friends, right? I consider everybody that I talk to on Twitter, you're my bud, you're my pal, you're my friend, right? We talk, we interact, I share stuff with you, you share stuff with me. It's kind of cool. All right, but the benefits of utilizing these as a business tool are even greater than that, because it gives you the chance to show people a different side of you. If you're a photographer, for instance, and you start posting, YouTube videos on how you produce your photos, how you edit your photos, that gives people a different side of you. They get to see, okay, he's actually technically savvy too. He's not just an artsy guy, right? Or you start showing people, like, let's say I'm a trainer, for instance. That's what I do. I train people for a living. But if I start posting my graphic designs on Dribbble or something like that, people are like, okay, you know what? This guy knows how to teach it, but he can also do it. If I start blogging or doing different things, it's just another way to give people a window into what I'm all about, what I can do, what I like to do, and that invokes a relationship in some way. Okay, and it's all about relationships. Remember, we forget about the numbers and worry about the relationships, right? It's free advertising, period. That's really all you need to know. You ask anybody in the world of advertising what they would give to have, a front page ad in the New York Times for free, right? They'd be all over it. Well, how many people do you think there are on the internet? You think there's more people on the internet than there are that subscribe to the New York Times? I'd say there are, right? Especially now that the New York Times is kind of suffering. No offense, I like you, NYT.
Isn't it like 1 in 8 people or 1 in 10 people in the world have Facebook?
Yeah, something like that,
Something like that, yeah.
So, it's crazy. And so you're utilizing these platforms to push your content and all this. I'm not saying you're going to put it in front of everybody all at once. All you need is for one post, one video, one status, one tweet, one picture, one anything to go viral. You're gold. All right? You're gold. And that's all you need. I've had one of my videos that I did got over like 75,000 views or something like that, because I interviewed the product manager for Photoshop back when Photoshop CS3 first launched. I was one of the first people to have him on the show. By some fluke miracle, I scored that interview. And then my show just went through the roof. On the very next show, because so many people had started subscribing, I threw out there that I had a DVD for sale. I sold almost 1,000 copies in one day. Okay? It was crazy. So free advertising, and yes, I said free, that's what this is all about at its core. Because no matter what, you're always selling, you're always advertising. It's just to what degree are you advertising? Don't be a jerk in a suit, but, work the channels. It's a great avenue for shameless self-promotion. You've seen me do it all day. All right, I'm here teaching you, but at the same time, I'm promoting me. I'm promoting you by promoting me by sitting in this seat. By showing you all my social profiles today, I'm getting more hits, I'm getting more views, I'm getting more likes, more follows, all that good stuff. And that's all well and good, but that's not why I did it necessarily. Okay? But this is a great avenue for shameless self-promotion. Just ask Guy Kawasaki. That's all he does. All right? And so when you utilize all of these tools together, and so if we look at this big kind of sketch that I've thrown together here, you can see that they all sort of mesh in with each other in some way, shape, or form. And so when we come back from the break, and I'm going to take a couple of questions before we go to break, I'm going to talk about how you spread the word through all of these different networks, how you connect all these dots. You see all the little arrows and stuff I've drawn between all these things. So how do we start connecting these dots together? What do we use? It's something I call social cross-pollination. All right, it's just like a bee pollinating, all that stuff. It's the same basic principle. So how do we start doing it? What are the methods for that? So I'm going to talk about linking and how it is the key to unlocking the power of social media. I'm going to talk about email signatures, whether or not you should include this stuff in them or not. I'm going to talk about shattering the mold. And what do I mean by that? I mean shattering the traditional mold of what is and what is not acceptable on things like business cards, resumes, etc. Then finally, I'm going to talk about adding social to your site. So how do we then start to add profile badges, buttons, icons, and all that jazz to our site? And then when we wrap up the day, I'm going to go through designing social buttons, a process that I've done many, many times on my own, and I'll show you how I do that in my own little world inside of Photoshop or Fireworks or wherever you're comfortable. All right? So let's take a couple questions and we'll go to break.
I'll take that. A question from Malu C. Are slideshows a good way to promote photography in YouTube?
Yeah, I think so. So if you wanted to do like a little promo video or something where you just said, hi, I'm Justin and this is some of my photography that I've been shooting, just wanted to share it with you guys to showcase something. You can do a little intro on camera or even just on screen, and then do like an iMovie slideshow with some cool music behind it. Be careful with what music you use. YouTube will ding you on copyrights. I got dinged on that on my weight loss blog. Yeah, don't use Good Vibrations by Marky Mark. Apparently that's illegal. Don't judge me. I saw the judgmental stares. I did not appreciate that a bit.
Not Montel Jordan?
Wait, no, he's
Oh,
not
I
exactly a
can't-
workout tune. That's more of a Friday night jam session, you know what I mean? So, just be careful of that. But, throw some trendy music behind it, do some Ken Burns, and you'll be ready to rock and roll.
IJR had asked, LJR, sorry. Can you talk about anything you've spotted as cool social stuff to watch that's emerging in 2012?
Yeah, there's a few things that are coming along in social, especially in the creative space. Okay, 500 pixels is one. That site's really rapidly growing. Sites like Forest and Dribble, if you're a graphic designer, those are two places that you need to be paying attention to. And so let me show you these. So Forest, FORRST.com. It is a community for designers and developers. This is, if you're a designer or a developer, this is a community for designers and developers. Photographers do not need to be here, okay? Because they will ding you for that. They'll be like, dude, don't post photos here. This is for code and this is for images and blah, blah, blah.